Hey there, welcome back to Total Geek Live Baltimore Presents. I am Baltimore, and today I am bringing you the history of the Marvel Universe, as told by Mark Waid. This has actually been a really exciting six-issue miniseries, and it's for fans new and old. It's for people who are really, really into comics, and people who are like maybe have a passing knowledge of Marvel Universe. This is the book for you. Go pick it up. It's really great. It's like an encyclopedia of Marvel Universe, but it's digestible. It's, the pictures and the panels and the storytelling that he does allows you to kind of get into it in a way that's not just this happened and then this happened and then this happened. So you get a real good understanding of the Marvel Universe and how it began and how it's going to end, possibly with some interesting tidbits for the last bit of this. But I really, really like Mark Waid is one of my favorite writers, so he gets, a little bit of breathing room for me. But he really does a great job here. It's not a lot of room to tell the story here because there's a lot of beautiful artwork here that I'm sure he doesn't really want to, cover up with the words. But he does a really good job narrating this from Galactus. So that's, like a big surprise there. You wouldn't expect Galactus to be telling the history of the Marvel Universe, but it works because he's telling this to Franklin Richards. And Franklin is kind of there at the end of the Marvel Universe, the end of time. And it's about to unwind and unravel and restart, I guess, so to speak. So Galactus is telling Franklin Richards about the history of the Marvel Universe from the very beginnings, the Big Bang, forward to the very end. And what I thought was actually a really great way to contextually wrap this is Galactus, huge. Like, he really is only involved in the big picture things. So as a storyteller, as a narrator, it kind of makes sense that he only hits the big moments of the Marvel Universe and kind of lets the little ones maybe fall through the side or maybe just get like a passing mention. You know, while I would have loved a little bit more panels devoted to a couple of things that I really enjoy, I understand it from I got 6 issues to put this all together and how am I going to tell the entire Marvel Universe story within that time. But it's really great. First issue, look at that. You got the second one. Third one, cover's really great. Fourth one, look at all this. Amazing. And then, of course, the fifth one's kind of my favorite cover because it has all the X-Men. And then, of course, the final issue of it, really, really great. So I thought it was really a great way to kind of give the Marvel Universe this kind of epic storytelling by way of Galactus. And I thought that the way that they bring from the Golden Age to the Silver Age to the Bronze Age to the Modern Age, all of those elements, you could just see creep through the images. The artwork is amazing. Javier Rodriguez does a fantastic job. So much praise for the artwork here. It's really, really beautiful. It's evocative. I feel a lot of emotions when I read it, even if it is just one static image of a big moment, like, say, when Onslaught is released, or when Galactus finally arrives, or the Silver Surfer, or Doctor Doom and the Avengers. So there's a lot of just these moments that kick in memories to me of when I was reading these, and kind of giving me those feels. So kudos for that. I do love that. I appreciate it. So it is a very clean and easy narrative to follow. He does really go from the very beginning to the next, to the next, to the next, but not in a way that's so by the numbers. And, I get that they are doing it that way, but it doesn't feel hammer over the head like this happened and this happened and this happened. So there's a little bit of ways for you to kind of get a bigger picture of the things that are happening. Like, say, when the New Mutants were formed at around the same time as the new West Coast Avengers. So there's a little bit of timing that's kind of similar, which works and kind of gives things contextual. Oh, this is happening when this is happening because, the universe is connected. The world outside your window, the Marvel Universe. So I thought that was a really great way to kind of touch and give those moments and interconnected to interconnectedness a real feel. Um, there's my part. One of my favorites is seeing the new Warriors being shown. That was a great image. I'll show that one because I really love it. It was really great to see um, the beginnings of Onslaught with Legion. You have the stuff with X Factor and Jean Grey coming back. You have the death of the Phoenix. You have all these things that are just so huge. The Avengers Mansion being under siege. You have Atlantis attacks. You have all of these moments that play out that are important. The Korvac saga, Kree Skrull War, all of these things. Secret Invasion, Secret Wars, all of these moments, Mutant Massacre, all of these things playing out. The Clone Saga, like you could just keep going and going because there's so many storylines and so many epic things that are included in here, and also get very, very great mention. There's a really great panel of Monica Rambeau and Elektra, and I want to say it's Rhodey becoming Iron Man. Like a great page layout there with all four of them. There's another one, but it was just really beautiful, and the narrative saying these are the people who came on to the scene in this time frame, and this is what they were doing, and how important they are. So it was really nice to see those moments kind of given some weight, which I think is really kind of hard to do sometimes. But it's really a treat for the fans when you get to see this, and just the amount of research that went into this, and the editorial, just process in totality. Just a round of applause because that's incredible work. Great, giving the fans this is really incredible and wonderful. And you can really tell that the people who worked on this had a real love for it, and that shows. And that's one of those things that makes it even more special because Mark Waid has been around for a while. He's written so many great books across both companies, and to see this love letter to the Marvel Universe, it's really wonderful. And I think he hits it out of the park with this, and I think it's really great to see all of this. While reading the book itself is really great, what I really loved is seeing the annotated stuff in the back. So it gives you more details about how exactly did it happen. So you see this page, this big splash page, and in the back they give you a lot more in-depth reasoning as what happened and what kind of results emanated from that and the fallout from it. So it was a great way to kind of give you a little bit more information without being too spoilery, so to speak. So it gives you a little bit of context for the story, but gives you a way to kind of like, oh, if this is interesting to you, you should go and check it out and try to find it and read it and see where that story takes you. So I really love those. And then at the very last book, the 6th issue, they had some really cool annotated teams. So you got to see, the Guardians of the Galaxy. You had MI6. You had X-Force, New Mutants, New Warriors, Thunderbolts. You had Big Hero 6. So there was a lot of little team mentions throughout that, along with 2 pages that gave you specifics of important, notable characters. So it was really nice to see kind of a little bit of depth given into there. So that was kind of great to get that moment and see, a little bit more like who are their... And what I like to do is people that they mention and things that they talk about, I feel like there's another reason why they're doing that, trying to bring these characters back to your mind and like, oh, okay, we read about, for instance, Sleepwalker, and then, we had a 4-issue Sleepwalker series come out. So there's kind of things that I'm like, I think there's a little bit more behind this, which I'm not hating, I'm not mad, but it's kind of, I kind of like to sleuth it out, if you don't mind. But one of the things I'm going to take a little bit of time because they go into some spoilers for future events that could happen. And I mean, first of all, this page, this splash page, is incredible and gorgeous. Um, but the things that are really neat to talk about: the Age of Noshu, the interstellar reign of the half breed, the rise of the outlaw generation, the Black King, the wedding of Tony Stark and Emma Frost. Now that's kind of fascinating to think about. The tragic fate of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage's second child, the Defenders of Tomorrow, Threadneedle, Warbird, the fate of Mephisto. All of these events are really, really fascinating to think about as they've not happened yet. So you kind of see some where the Marvel Universe is going, which is kind of cool. But then there's some more flash pages about the future. You get information about Deathlock. You get Machine Man, Spider-Man 2099, the Days of Future Past. You get some more stuff with Killraven and the Guardians of the Galaxy in the 30th century, the OG Guardians, and Kang and Apocalypse. So those are a lot of fun things to see. And what I did actually like is that they kind of included Krakoa and that kind of current stuff that's happening with the X-Men universe. So it does make it very now and very like, okay, these are things that are happening. It's connected and it's working, and you're going to see how it's all works. So I really love this. I really think you should pick this up. If you have a Marvel fan in your family, get them this. It's available. It's easy to get. It's easy to read. 6 issues, pretty quick, and it's just a real treat. So check it out. Mark Waid did a great job. Javier Rodriguez, amazing. So check it out. Tell me what you liked best about the history of the Marvel Universe. Like, subscribe, and share. Comment down below. And as always, I'll be back with more Marvel goodness for you. And it's all geek to us.